Our deepest fear is not that we are weak. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? There's always a nagging feeling that we should be doing something else. When we go on a short vacation, we always feel guilty about the things we're not getting done. When we are with our children, we consider our obligations, and when we are engrossed in our work, we consider how much we miss our children. We feel guilty about not reading whenever we watch TV. And when we decide to read, we feel bad for not going out to look for jobs. Man is always troubled by the idea that there is someone better or somewhere else he should be, if only he had made better plans, exercised self-control, or put in more effort. It is a significant source of misery. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius makes reference to the present and the present moment. It also appears frequently in the works of Epictetus and Seneca. Every time they tell you to appreciate the moment in front of you and not worry about the past or the future. Worrying, they say, makes you feel crippled. They're saying, live now. Don't wish for things to have a specific outcome. Wish for them to be as they are. Be here and be here well. But truth be told, being always present is just so hard. And this inability to let go of constant worry is known as anxiety. In the fabric of human emotions, anxiety is one feeling that frequently sticks out due to its duality. It's the pain you want to avoid, the constant gnawing in your chest, the restless nights of what-ifs. However, is it possible that anxiety is not just a cause of discomfort, but also a source of creativity? Could it, in its contradictory way, be the very spark of genius, the driving force behind those epiphanies and times of deep inspiration? Come with me on this journey of self-discovery as we examine the complex relationship between your anxiety and creativity. Watch till the end and discover amazing possibilities hidden deep within your nervous mind. But first, what's with the word genius anyway? The term genius was first used in classical Rome. According to Roman belief, every individual possesses a guiding spirit that follows them throughout their life. Since a person was born with this spirit, it was named a genius. A person's genius determined their distinct personality and temperament. It was therefore thought that a person's exceptional talent or ability resulted from their genius. From this point on, it was only natural for the term genius to be used to describe both the talent and the inspiration behind it. Turns out that some geniuses or genius moments are born from anxiety. But how? Within the maze-like corridors of anxiety, you experience both struggle and victory. Anxiety is a multifaceted, intricate feeling. From one angle, it seems like a suffocating force that prevents you from focusing, from making decisions, or even from carrying out your regular activities. It's the psychological sandstorm that seems intent on entangling you. On the other hand, anxiety can also act as a catalyst, an unquenchable desire that propels you to take on your obstacles head-on. Have you ever wondered why so many of the world's most ingenious writers, artists, and thinkers in history struggled with anxiety? If you didn't know they did, now you do. We share so much enlightening content on here, so press subscribe and get regular genius moments. Geniuses often find and produce things that no one else has ever seen or imagined, and they then investigate how to share that wonder and excitement with the rest of us. They enlarge our universe. One of the hallmarks of genius is their desire to impart their knowledge and show the stunning intricacy of a concept in the most straightforward manner. For these extraordinary minds, what is logical and intuitive needs to be explained to other people with common wisdom. And if the laymen can understand, their eyes are opened to a phenomenon they had not yet experienced. The minds of extremely intelligent and creative people work on a different level, frequently in a constant state of flux. In this situation, anxiety magnifies events and heightens perception. Because of your nervous personality, you see the world in a way that few people can understand. Your anxiety seems to function as a very sensitive lens, revealing the little details that are concealed beneath the surface. Basically, if you suffer from anxiety, you are more perceptive to your environment. You can examine, scrutinize, and evaluate the world with minuscule accuracy because of your hypersensitivity. Thus, your racing thoughts frequently unearth profound realizations and creative solutions that escape others. The peak of creativity is the aha, or eureka moment, a quick flash of insight that solves a persistent issue or gives rise to a groundbreaking concept. It's that beautiful moment when your mind plays the symphony of ideas, combining seemingly unrelated ideas into a mind-blowing realization. It is in the crucible of anxiety that many people have these profound insights. Consider the life of the Greek mathematician Archimedes. He had been grappling with a perplexing problem when, during a bath, he noticed the water's displacement. His mind illuminated, and he realized that the volume of irregularly shaped objects could be determined through water displacement. Leaping out of the bath with a flurry of excitement, he exclaimed, "Eureka!" as he rushed through the streets of Syracuse, naked. This famous realization occurred under pressure from tackling a challenging mathematical puzzle. A true genius moment. Freddie Mercury, Sir Isaac Newton, Mozart, Galileo, and Einstein were all geniuses, and see what they bestowed upon the earth. When Einstein imagined himself standing on the path of the sun's rays, he could see how the light bent as it went by. Years later, researchers were able to demonstrate how the sun bends and deflects light as it travels through. When Galileo asserted that the earth revolved around the sun, the powerful Catholic Church imprisoned him for the majority of his life. Mozart's concerts were well attended, even though it wasn't until his death that his reputation increased. A fall of an apple from a tree caught Sir Isaac Newton's attention, and he wondered why it went down and not upwards, discovering gravity as a result. Abraham Lincoln, a political genius, developed policies that kept the Union together in the face of extreme strain from the American Civil War. Thomas Edison, who with unwavering determination said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work," exemplified how perseverance and the pressure of innovation can lead to breakthroughs. Artists such as Frida Kahlo and Vincent van Gogh, who battled mental health issues, created works of art that are still inspiring people today. Pressure may be your creative dynamo, whether it comes from outside sources or from expectations you place on yourself. When anxiety is skillfully controlled, it can be the motivation you need to accomplish remarkable things. Your mind goes into hyper-aware mode when faced with difficult situations or problems that don't seem to have an answer. The brain switches on its problem-solving processes in an attempt to escape the worried maelstrom. These are the turbulent periods when your most innovative ideas come to life. To address the anxiety's underlying cause, the urge to ease the uncomfortable emotions stimulates creative thought. This pressure fuels the emergence of inventive solutions. Whether it's coming up with a new strategy to deal with anxiety or figuring out how to get beyond a difficult roadblock, the mind's attempt to reduce anxiety through creative thought can lead directly to the aha moment. Anxiety frequently causes disruptions to normal thought processes. It makes you confront your preconceptions and rethink your presumptions. This upheaval may inspire creative thinking and an openness to considering different strategies. In this way, anxiety may be a creative catalyst, forcing you to face unknowns or imagine the worst-case situation It pushes you to think creatively and critically, exploring ideas that you would not have considered while you were in a more laid-back mood. Anxiety also helps you get to a state known as flow. When you're in a state of flow, your concentration and mental state are intensely focused on the activity at hand. Your creativity is at its peak in this stage, and you find it difficult to keep track of time due to how invested you are in whatever you are doing. However, although anxiety can certainly serve as a source of inspiration, it's important to learn how to control your emotions. Not all types of anxiety foster creativity, and unchecked or severe anxiety can have stifling effects. You must engage in self-awareness and mindfulness exercises if you want to harness the beneficial components of your anxiety. Your allies in the fight to manage anxiety constructively are mindfulness practices. They give you the ability to recognize the waves of tension without letting them carry you away, and to be fully present in the moment. They enable you to objectively watch your racing thoughts and distinguish the insightful ideas from the mental chatter. According to the alchemical tradition, lead was purified and refined to be converted into gold. In the same way, your anxiety can transform from a heavy burden into a creative and intellectual gold mine. By approaching anxiety with self-awareness and mindfulness, you can unveil it as a spark of genius. Enjoyed this video? Watch the next one to become a true genius.